What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Poor Intentions Podcast. I'm David, and today I'm joined by my co-host, good friend, and whiskey enthusiast, Mike. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing good. What's happening?
Not much over here. We've been doing a little bit of whiskey hunting. Been busy making videos for everyone out there, and just staying busy. I'm excited right now because the seasons are changing, of course.
Oh man!
And we've got a lot of great fall beers, Oktoberfest beers. I don't know. I enjoy some of the pumpkin beers and the barrel aged stouts. Yeah. Have you picked up anything recently?
Yeah, we got a lot. I feel like here in where I'm at, things have been dropping left and right. Literally, there's like not enough time to get everything. It's crazy right now.
So are you talking about bourbon or certain things you're looking for?
A lot of bourbon.
Okay.
A lot of allocated stuff. All of a sudden, it's just blowing up. So, yeah, I was able to pick up a lot of good stuff recently, actually.
Cool. Anything on your list that you've been wanting really bad that you finally got your hands on? Or
well, my highlight was the Elijah Craig C923. That was
okay.
that was the one I was like, if I get this, I don't care if I get anything else.
Dude, the hype is real with that one right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's amazing, apparently. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it would be good for us. We actually both have this bottle, the C923. So we're going to go ahead and do a review of that tonight. In addition to kind of just get our palates going and to try something, I know you haven't tried this.
Nope.
This is the Wyoming Whiskey double cask.
Uh-huh.
And so they went ahead and finished this in sherry.
Yep.
Let me take a look. I think this is.
Hey, thank you for the sample, by the way.
Of course.
This is a fresh sample crack.
So the first 5 years in the barrel makes it's bourbon, and then the sherry cask adds a touch of sweetness and brings out the best in the spirit to deliver superior smoothness and drinkability. So I'm curious to hear what you think about this one. And
what's the proof on this one?
100.
100. Okay.
Yeah, it's 100.
Okay.
So let's check it out.
Yeah. Wow. I can see that sherry influence. It almost smells like a scotch to me.
I get that. I think anytime I see a sherry finish or I try one, I immediately go to scotch because I enjoy the Glendronach.
Oh yeah,
Glendronach.
That's my favorite.
And isn't that a sherry finished?
Yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah,
and
they do it good. They do it good.
That stuff's fantastic.
I was recently able to get the batch 11, the cask strength. So, we'll crack it open. Let's try this.
Nice, bro. Man, it's been crazy out here. As you mentioned, you've been getting some allocated bottles and things are dropping in your area. We've been seeing a couple things, but it's hard out there, right? It's hard.
It's tough with you guys and what you're able to get where you're at. That's crazy. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of effort involved and staying on top of it. But
a lot of monitoring, a lot of
I'm hoping it pays off. The rewards, right?
Hopefully, well,
on some of these,
and the reward is we get to taste things and we get to enjoy it and share it with friends. That's the best part of it. So,
for sure,
everything else is secondary.
Well,
pun intended. Yeah.
Let's dive into this one and let's see what we get here.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of fruit. It's very fruity, very scotch. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, those bright fruit.
Very bright. It's very bright.
Raspberry. has a little oak. I think it's kind of a youthful oak presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like a
Maybe
very
almonds.
kind of a light jammy note to it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of vanilla too in the back. I'm getting a little vanilla. Yeah, like a floral vanilla. Make like a like an orange blossom kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
But that sherry is very prominent. The sherry is very very out there. It's like a really soft. It has a very soft nose to it. I don't know. It's very gentle. Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think it feels a little thin.
It is. Yep. I was just going to say that. Mm-hmm.
But it is only 100 proof.
Yeah, but it coats the mouth good. I think it coats really well for what it is.
Do you think it's overly sweet?
It is a little syrupy. I'll tell you in the back, in like the mid palate, I get a lot of syrupy kind of like a sweetness that lingers.
Yeah, me too. I can really feel it.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it. Yep.
Yeah. It's weird when you go through tasting so many different whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's getting easier to figure out what you do like and what you don't like. Obviously, the bottles can change. The first impression versus the second, and going back to it at another time, and our senses, everything can play a part in our experience.
We go back to a bottle that we absolutely loved like a year ago. We tasted, we're like, wait a minute, I don't know, isn't that the same anymore?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess that's what it is when you're constantly evolving and you're trying a bunch of new things. You advance. And then
I agree. So there's no better way, I think, to really do this than doing a blind.
Yeah. We need to do a blind one of these days.
We will. I'll be visiting you there in about a month.
Yeah, maybe we'll definitely maybe we can film one here. We'll do an episode together.
We will. I plan on recording there. First live session.
So. Good idea. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's there's a little.
It's a decent pour.
Yeah, there's a little ethanol, a lot of youthness. Pretty thin.
I agree. Yeah, it doesn't have there's
no depth.
Complex. Yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot of depth. It just kind of, but that sweetness stays. It kind of just lingers. But
well, these guys are up and coming. I know. I see a couple videos of their, people talking about some of their limited bottles and what they're doing. But it's good to see more and more states that are not typically associated with making bourbon coming out of their comfort zone and making stuff and hitting the shelf.
States are doing really good stuff. I know Wyoming is the Wyoming whiskey is very in demand from where I'm at too. A lot of people talk about it, so it's pretty good. This is actually the first one I've ever had. It's weird.
Yeah, it was the same for me. Had little or no background on this one. No. Same thing with Ben Holiday. I was recently doing a review on their bottles. And
I have no idea about that one.
Yeah, that's a different beast too.
The one I had recently was Doc Holiday, the Texas one. Yeah, that was amazing. But it's only for online ordering.
Well, I actually saw it hit my area recently. So, and I'm kind of interested, but when I saw the $200 price tag, I was like, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about it.
It's honestly really, really, really good. I had it at a bottle share. It's amazing.
Okay, maybe we should split it.
We should. Yeah.
Go halfies.
I mean, I'll debate the $200. I'll agree with you. I don't know if it's $200 good, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's good though. It's really good. For me, I feel no bottle is $200 good.
Yeah, I think from what I've experienced, what I've tried, I think $200 is the max that I've ever had for the price of a bottle. And I don't think any of them are worth it.
No.
But
no, like some of the Willet Purple Tops, some of that stuff's like $250. It's all great, but nah. I mean,
right.
I don't know. It's just not there.
You don't want the Woodford Baccarat?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, or Michter's 20. It's like $2,000.
Probably not worth it.
I don't think anything is worth it, but
no.
I also don't have $2,000 just burning a hole in my pocket.
But look at, you have all that money, all those expensive MSRP bottles, and then you get this guy. It's like a fraction of what the others cost, and it basically blows half of them away. I mean,
well, why don't we just get into it and at least put it in the glass? Let's get this in the glass, and we can find out.
Let it breathe.
Yeah, what everybody's saying about this one here.
Yeah, this is. I kind of tasted this when we first got the bottle at a friend's house, but I can't really count it because we kind of rushed over it. So now I can really dissect it.
Yeah, I'm curious. So we're looking at, of course, this is the Elijah Craig barrel proof, the C923 batch, 133 proof. So that's they really went up there, huh?
Kicker.
And then 13 years and 7 months old.
Yep, this is the second highest barrel proof that they released. I think the last one was C920, something like that. That was still the highest proof, but this is second. Wow,
this thing is significantly darker than that Wyoming whiskey.
Oh,
it's
man.
funny.
Yeah, this thing. I popped the bottle and it already smells amazing. But
yeah,
we'll let it air out.
So it was kind of interesting. I came across this article in the news. They were talking about the whiskey market and the state of the whiskey market. And while bourbon, of course, American whiskey is really growing, Scotch still is dominating. It is king in terms of market share. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like
100%.
Yeah,
I mean 100%. Yep.
We don't travel internationally and to really get up close and personal with what's going on in the industry, but it's a clear winner. Scotch is a clear winner.
It's funny because a lot of my friends, they travel, they go to Armenia, they go to Europe, and a lot of times they take pictures of the stores there, to kind of, they show me, hey, what do they have? And it's all Scotch, like everywhere, maybe you'll see a Jack number 7 or something. That's it. So I think, Europe being, of course, a lot bigger, I think, Scotch is definitely the dominant brown spirit, I guess you can call it.
And do you think the tradition and the fact that these distilleries have been around much longer than American whiskey bourbon distilleries have.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably plays a role, I would think.
There's a lot of tradition, a lot of trust. A lot of people have had these brands much longer. It's been in the market so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the industry itself is estimated to be worth like $66.5 billion.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money going into this.
Big time.
I did, however, see that vodka still remains America's most popular spirit. But whiskey has become the best-selling spirit category for on-premise consumption in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
With American whiskey, Canadian whiskey, and Irish whiskey accounting for 94% of on-premise whiskey sales. So it's not just American, but that's a lot. I mean, 94% of all the sales are going to the whiskey category.
That's pretty good. So I think the vodka gets a big edge. Well, I think they calculated to where, a lot of bars buy a lot of vodka because they make tons of drinks with vodka. Vodka is like the most popular cocktail thing, So I think that kind of helps it sales too.
Vodka is a perfect base ingredient.
It's cheap for the most part, So people buy it by like cases, like bars, businesses. So I think that, whereas like whiskey, I mean, you can buy like maybe, I don't know, a couple bottles, whatever, but I think vodka, it's like an ongoing, businesses, you got to have it. So I think that helps their sales.
It's a much more affordable spirit. And when you can throw it into cocktails and use it for a lot more things, it just makes sense. I don't see that changing anytime soon because I want to say the average drinker is sticking with some of those more, I don't know if it's approachable, but more accessible, popular spirits.
Yeah, like they don't really think too much about it. They just want to drink something.
Right.
They don't care.
Yeah. Take a couple vodka shots and it's not going to have the same effect as some higher proof.
Yeah, they just want to get drunk.
So, but it is fascinating though, because not only is Scotch still the dominating spirit worldwide for sales, Japanese has been starting to put out a lot more stuff, seeing more bottles going around, and people even in the trade market for those, as well as Indian whiskey. Have you seen more Indian whiskey going your way?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, a lot of the Total Wines we have here. I noticed their shelves are getting bigger and bigger on the Indian side, whereas before it was just a small little corner, a couple bottles. But now I see full shelves from top to bottom.
Wow,
all Indian. Yeah,
I'm curious. I've never tried an Indian whiskey. I don't think I have. Oh, you haven't?
I haven't.
Huh. Nope. I wonder if we should grab a couple and throw them into a.
We should go together and then buy one. Just test it out.
Yeah, I remember reading a couple years ago. I was looking into them because, like you said, they haven't really carried a whole lot here. And I knew someone that would visit family in India, and I was talking to them about picking me up a couple bottles of some of those sought after ones because they don't get imported very often.
Right.
Yeah. It never happened. So maybe I'll have to just go out and find one.
Yeah, they got some. I mean, I don't pay attention much, but I've noticed some nice bottles. They look really nice. I don't know if they're good or not, and they're pretty pricey. Some of those are, $100+.
But yeah, I hope it's not just because of the limited distribution. But
right.
If it's got age, if they're throwing some age statements and these are established brands, they just haven't been sold here up until recently, I'll at least give them a try, or at least go to a bar that has a couple that I can sample.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think try before you buy is a good idea if you can access it.
mm.
I haven't seen any Indian whiskey. It's not on the menu.
Yeah, I know you have a couple nice whiskey bars out your way.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll have to stop by and see what their
Hmm.
tasting list looks like.
Yeah. Some
So,
of them are pretty good. They're decent. They're not bad.
mhm. Same here. So you have to come visit.
Yeah, I do.
All right, man. I'm ready to get into this Elijah Craig, the
I know it's killing me.
ECBP.
It is killing me. Let's do this.
Let's check it out.
All right. It sucks. No.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the episode.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Ooh, that is
That's a onslaught of aromas.
that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And you know what? Like at first I thought I was like, I'm gonna buy this bottle. I'm gonna be mentally prepared, like prepped for it, so it can be amazing, and it's gonna be amazing. But honestly, it's more than a mental thing. I mean,
yeah, I don't like to try to hype myself up because then
same. But
you're
like
just
seeing all the reviews, all the hype, everyone's giving it like top, grade. So like, okay,
so first impression. I'm getting some dark cherry,
yeah, yep,
almost like the black cherry.
like a Luxardo cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm smelling some of the like oak,
very
dusty.
sweet oak, like very sweet oak. That's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet oak, very like almost like a date.
A little bit of vanilla. It's not
Mm-hmm.
dominant, but it's there.
Yeah. Well, you know what they said too is to add a couple drops of water to this, and it really it tames down the ethanol a little bit.
It's not actually, to me, very ethanol heavy. It's not
Mhm. It's
killing
not very
my
poopy, right?
nose.
It doesn't. I mean, for 133, it doesn't like smack you in the nose, you know.
No.
No.
Yeah. It's very rich though. If it just smells sweet caramel,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
some spice in there, some baking spices. Okay.
Here we go.
I'm gonna try it. Cheers, bros.
Cheers.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's
Ooh.
I'm getting a nice Kentucky hug on this one.
Wow.
Getting some burn on the back of the throat,
Oh yeah.
but it's a good burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the
um,
type of burn that you want.
wow. This is no joke, man. That's first sip right there. It's dense.
And
There's
it's literally like chewing whiskey, and it's just still there. It's still working. All the flavors are working, even.
the flavors hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to get back into it here in a minute.
Wow. I'm gonna throw a little water in it a little bit.
Now I'm thinking I'm smelling a little bit of
Wow.
a hint of like caramel popcorn.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. I don't know. People even buy them anymore. I haven't had it since I was young, but I would go to the
Mm-hmm.
store and get the little microwavable caramel popcorn, and
Oh yeah.
usually you'd have to put the caramel over it, like you had to warm it up, and then
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you know spread it over the popcorn,
I remember.
and then you would throw it in the oven, or I don't even know the process of
Uh-huh.
making some of those, but that's what it's reminding me of, like Orville Redenbacher
Why?
caramel popcorn.
Bargain.
Yeah,
Mm.
that sounds good. Maybe I'll go buy some just to try it
Mm.
again.
Mm. Wow. The hype is real, man. I'm right there.
That is significantly better than the batch B523.
Oh, hands down.
They're on a whole different level.
You know, the problem is I don't think we can compare them this year because I don't know.
Well, I think I have an A123.
Same.
And that wasn't that the last a labeled 12-year?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
I haven't had that one. I know you have, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I'm not even sure. I might have one open right now. I'd have to go take a look, but
yeah, mine's not open yet. But
I'm going to probably do a blind of that here soon. I'll throw up.
It's going to be hard to beat this one, man. I mean, I don't know. This is definitely going in my top 3 this year so far. Easily.
This is one of the best that I've had this year. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Every sip.
And this is getting better. And this is a fresh crack. I'm pretty sure when it opens up a little bit, it's going to be fantastic.
That is delicious.
They put this one up against the new Stag. Is it the 22A? I think the new Stag Junior. Well, this little Stag. This one blew it. This one blew it out of the water. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, good job, Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig. This is fantastic. I think if
they had everyone on their heels with the whole age thing, you know, everyone's saying that's it. It's the end of the world. No more 12-year, no more 12-year. And then Elijah just said, "Hold my beer, man." He said, "Hey, calm down, son."
And honestly, I think they did the right thing because look at how much press there's been about Jack Daniels lately, all the stuff they're doing over there, and they're trying to, you know,
Jack Daniels is all over the place.
Get some of that market share of these special limited releases, and people are going nuts. And then you also have what's another one that's really hype right now? There's there's a bunch.
I'm seeing Trace stuff.
Well, that's always that's Buffalo Trace.
Well, I know Jack just keeps releasing special bottles like every month. You know, it's like, holy cow, dude.
The other one I was thinking was the Maker's cellar aged. So that's one of the most big statements that Makers has made in a while with the added age statement.
Yeah, that one's competing as well for one of the top of the year too, top whiskeys. We'll crack the bottle when you come over. Yep. You know what I think though? I think Elijah Craig kind of put himself in a corner with this one because I don't know. It's going to be really hard to. I'd be impressed if they do even better than this for like their A124, their next year batches. But they really set the standard high with this one, like the bars.
If anything, it shows us what they're capable of. My history with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof probably only goes back to maybe 2019. I think was the last or the oldest version I've ever owned. And I've had a couple since then, different years, but none of them were standouts like this. I've always thought they were consistent and pretty good. But
I kind of liked 522, B522. That was pretty good. I kind of liked it. It was a very good vanilla forward one. I kind of enjoyed that one, but this one really, this one kicked my butt.
Wow. Yeah, it's growing on me. Every sip I've had, it's been like I'm getting more.
It's like you can sip this so slow, and every sip just lasts so long. You just can sit there and just like take a deep breath. You don't have to keep going to it because it just keeps delivering.
Yeah, this smells incredible. I might actually leave some on my nightstand tonight so that I can smell it when I go to sleep.
Yeah, let the bedroom smell. Let the bedroom.
Like a distillery.
You know what it is? I think I honestly think that Elijah Craig maybe found their sweet spot on their aging. Maybe it could be, you know.
Yep. Experimenting with levels in the warehouse, location, all that good stuff that they're doing.
I think this is Elijah's Craig's sweet spot, honestly, because I mean, everything's there. Everything is there that you need. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what else you would need in this.
And I don't think just the extra age is alone making the difference. I think there's a lot of other factors involved here.
Oh man, because you know what's crazy? I added a little bit of water to this. It kind of gives me the Heaven Hill 17 year. I don't know if you've had that one.
Nope.
It gives me that. It literally tastes like the Heaven Hill 17.
Yeah, that's another bottle. I don't know if I'll be able to get my hands on, but
you'll be able to have it when you come by. I don't have it, but I have a friend who knows a friend who has it.
There we go.
And I'm sure they'll share it.
They better, damn it.
Yeah, they will. Oh yeah, they're good people. Wow.
So, kind of a change of subject here. Another interesting article I came across in the whiskey world was the world's oldest Scotch was apparently discovered in a castle, in a Scottish castle.
That's pretty cool.
That's insane. Oh. Like, where did they hide this stuff? Was it like in the walls, or in some cellar that no one even knew existed? It's
an 1800. And the best, would they find 40 bottles of it?
40 bottles.
Wow.
Discovered in Blair Castle in Perthshire late last year. And they did some carbon dating to the bottles, revealing that the contents date back to early 1800s.
Yeah.
It may even be the same whiskey tasted by Queen Victoria and Prince Albert during a trip to the castle in 1844. And of course, this is going to go to an auction that it's going to be insane. I know in the Scotch world, there's bottles that have been sold that are like, 70 years old, even older?
Yeah, 75, 80. There's an 82-year-old that sold on auction on McKellen, I think.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
too bad. I don't think bourbon can hold up to a time like that.
No. So this would be what, like a 200-year? No, like a
the bottle age.
Well, here's the thing. When was it bottled?
Well, it says the whiskey was believed to have been distilled in 1833 and bottled in 1841.
All right.
So it's obviously over 100 years. Yeah, that's old.
172 years.
Yeah. Yep. But the question is it even drinkable? Do you think that?
You know what I would love to know is, I don't know if they put down what proof it is, if there's even any proof left.
True. But then again, if it was stored in the proper conditions, it's possible it did hold up.
It could have maybe 20% or whatever. I'm sure it'll be pretty low.
Well, I saw, I've got a picture of it here of the bottles, and they have a lot of liquid left. They're like,
pretty
if you were to look at this bottle, they're barely like right here.
Yeah.
So they've definitely held up. The corks might be destroyed. I don't even know if they have corks. They probably would.
If they are, I wouldn't open it.
Yeah, but someone out there is apparently going to buy this at auction. I don't know if they're going to use it for just their collection, or they'll actually try and drink it. But I'm curious.
We do a blind.
What is the oldest? If thinking about the future, is there a perfect condition that will be able to actually age a product that could last 150 years? I don't know. I don't know if anybody would want to wait that long, or if
I mean, I know whiskey is one of the, long surviving, like, you can keep it for a long, long, long time, but right, like, what's the limit, right? Like, 172 years.
Yeah,
No,
it's not like it was sitting in a barrel for that long, so
no.
it's just sitting in a bottle.
Oof,
But
imagine if it was sitting in a barrel. It would,
it'd be,
yeah, it wouldn't be there.
I don't think it would hold up.
It'd be a dry barrel.
Yeah, the angel share just,
Oh, the
it's
Angels
gone.
would have gotten drunk off of it a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I just find it fascinating that
Well,
we're still discovering old shit.
well, this is the history. You look at it. This is it. It's like
Yeah.
the founding. These are like the great ancestors of what we're drinking right now. So
Maybe I'll have to stash away one of these Elijah Craig for 100 years for my greats.
right, what
And
is
they'll
this
be
stuff?
like, is this any good?
By that time, they're just gonna like whiskey's just gonna be like you can inhale it, just
Ugh.
like a powder, just
It'll be a vape pen.
right, a whiskey pen.
Whiskey vape pen. Yeah. You don't even drink it anymore.
Like, Dad, you guys used to drink this stuff?
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm really
Well,
enjoying that, man. Wow.
I'm enjoying it too. I might actually kill the bottle tonight. I'm just kidding.
Write your will before you do. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Speaking of old whiskey, a good friend of mine actually just purchased a very, very old Fitzgerald.
Older
It's
than 19?
one of the really early Fitzgeralds, and I guess a buddy of his had it, and he's not really a whiskey guy, and he wanted to just kind of let it go, and it was a really old bottle. I actually have a picture I'll gotta show you, but yeah, we're planning on opening that one.
Cool.
It's like he said it's from the 60s, something like that, 50s,
All
60s.
right.
It's
Not a lot of information on it, or he
not a
just
whole lot
wasn't.
of info. The label's really, it's kind of, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but from the picture, I don't know what the details are, but
Yeah.
we're going to have to find out. But I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you don't know until you get it in front of you.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm gonna go to his house and check it out.
I've always wondered how hard it would be to go to like estate sales and what your chances would be to actually find stuff that someone's been sitting on for a long time. Every once in a while in the news, you'll read an article about someone found this super rare bottle that was in someone's estate.
Some old lady's house, and she didn't know what she had.
She just had it there, his great grandpa's collection and leftovers, and no one
Like the
drank.
very first pappy that ever came out. Like, what the heck, man?
No.
Bottle one of batch one.
Yeah. It's like, should I be out there going to estate sales just looking for stuff? You never know. I mean, it's a lot of effort, but
I don't know.
you never know. Never know.
Not in my area. I don't think anyone in my area would have old whiskey laying around.
I think again, that's one of those things. I mean, it's hidden in a castle, right? You don't even know about it, unless there's someone in the household that's interested in it and has some kind of clue about what that is.
Well, I mean, not too long ago, in the caves in Armenia, they discovered one of the oldest wines in the world. I don't know, it was like 1,800 years old or something like that, a couple thousand years.
Wow.
Yeah, they discovered it inside a mountain cave.
Probably they used to be stored in clay, right?
Yeah,
it was like clay.
exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It was
no
like a tiny little. Yeah, it was like it looked like kind of like like a round little, like a pot.
They use clay pots and like jugs.
And the top of it is actually it was sealed, almost like welded. Not welded. It was like a really some kind of a crazy whatever they had it on top, some kind of molding or whatever. But it was really, I guess it was hard. And Yeah, it's supposed to be thousands of years old.
That definitely won't be drinkable.
No.
Yeah, wine won't hold up.
I'd much rather drink the scotch.
Yeah, I think your chances might be a little higher. Definitely if it was in a castle and it had a proper cellar and it was, the temperatures are good, it's in the dark. All the things are in favor of it surviving. So
right.
Who knows?
So I have to pour another one. I just have to do it.
I'm not disappointed in you. I'm being slow over here, just bullshitting. So
yeah. Yeah, that's for sure, man. This is good stuff.
I'm very impressed. And I don't think we even mentioned the price on this. What is it like? I think it's SRP $75.
$75. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't go wrong because even I don't even think Knob 12 comes close to this in the product.
Well, you know what it is? I the one I actually, speaking of Knob 12, I would love to compare this to the cask strength Knob 12. The one that was a couple years ago, they released it, but I can't find those bottles. I'm sure that would be a treat. That'd be nice.
Yeah, the Knob 12 would be good. The cask strength version. I've never seen one.
In 2020, they released one, like a limited amount. They released the cask strength version. I was like, man, it was only like $100. I was like, man.
Do you think there's anything that would be a good comparison to this in the same price range, or there's nothing?
I mean, the only one I can think of is Little Stag. But I don't even think Stag has the complexity as this one does. I think the Stag burns hotter, like it drinks hotter. I don't know. This kind of has it's well above its value, so it's very hard to,
Yeah, if I were to take a guess blind of how much this one would cost, I would think it'd be like 120, 130 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if I spent that kind of money not knowing, and then this is the result.
I found out it's a $75 bottle. I don't know how they do it. But I still say it's the best bang for the buck. I don't think you can find any bottle with this at that price.
For sure. If you find something else, let me know.
Yeah, right.
If anybody else has another bottle in this range that they think, it doesn't have to be limited. That'd be great if it wasn't limited, because then we could go get it all the time. But
some of the Garrison Brothers stuff is really amazing. And their their top ones that they have. I mean, they're really good, but they're all expensive. $200, $250, $180. And so, I mean.
Yeah, and I think at that point, I mean, you're in a different category. Those are like your luxury bottles. Your very.
This is affordable, and it drinks just as good, if not better, than a lot of luxury bottles out there. I mean, there you go. That's nail on the coffin.
It's like, how much longer can we keep talking about this? But it is really that good.
You think it'll be whiskey of the year for us? I don't
know. I've got some good bottles here that I haven't opened that
And we got about 2 months, so.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff coming.
I know there's a Midwinter Night coming. There's
well, that's coming out. Midwinter's it's a rye though, so
yeah,
it's rye. It's finished, but this so far, this is probably one of my top whiskeys of the year so far. I'm trying to think. What else can I admit publicly?
Yeah, we don't want to spoil everything for our viewers.
Yeah, there's some stuff I plan on doing in videos that'll be kind of worth the wait. So
I'm kind of hoping Jack Daniels does their Cohill this year. That stuff is fantastic, man. That stuff, yeah,
That's a hazard bottle, right?
it is. I would actually put the Coil right against
Hazmat.
this one. It'd be close to about as good as this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Based on the complexity of
yeah.
it, or
Based
because
on the mouthfeel, the viscosity.
those are a lot younger, right?
It is, but the thing is, with Coy Hill, for me, well, actually for a lot of people that I drink it with, it's just like this one. The ethanol's very masked. It's very mute. You almost don't taste it, and it's like 140 something. But you don't taste it at all. It doesn't hit you. Um, it just layer after layer of flavor. So
Okay.
this is just right there.
I'm actually curious how this would do against. I know some people aren't huge fans of Booker's, but obviously Booker's is way younger.
Mm-hmm.
But the last couple bottles, I know we've had some good ones and some not great ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different profile, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a nuttier profile.
Yeah, and I like the nuttier profile,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been impressed by the viscosity that the Booker's has. It's a very oily. It's just really there. The mouth feels, I think, is great,
Right?
and it's a good sipper all around. But of course, the prices keep going up on those as well. So it's like, all right, do I want to pay 100, 120, whatever, for about an 8.5-year-old or sometimes younger? But it's hit or miss too.
The thing with Booker's, it fluctuates. It's a very hit and miss type of bottle. It's either really good or it just sucks. It's just kind of, you don't know what you're going to get. But I know the ones we
now
had together.
There's a new little book, right? Chapter 7.
Yeah, they have a bunch of them right now at my local store. They just got them into chapter 7. So people say it's good. I don't know if it's $115 good. But I passed on it. I could have bought it today, but I passed.
Yeah. I don't. It's really hard. You have to start, splitting between what you want to buy with what funds you have, and it's like, which one? Unless they had a better reputation every single time, it's hard to pull the trigger on that one.
Like unless I ran into chapter 3, I would at MSRP.
Those are probably all gone.
Probably will never happen. Yeah.
they're all gone unless someone's sitting in some store somewhere way overpriced. So
go to Fred No and tell him, hey man.
Another one that was interesting that I saw some people were reviewing not long ago was the Baker's 13.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to try that one?
I haven't tried it, but they've been dropping here. A few places got them. Mm-hmm.
That one I would be really interested in. The price isn't really high either. I think it was $150, something like that.
Well, here it's all going secondary, so you're looking at like $400.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, if I would only pay MSRP, so
that's it. Yeah, no, they've been dropping here and there, and we still have a ton of the regular 7-year that's everywhere too. Still a really good bourbon to drink. I like that one.
Baker 7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It sucks because it's knocking on the price of this too, but
it is.
That one's what, 107 proof, I believe.
7 year.
The last bottle I had of that, because they're single barrels, it was fantastic. That was probably the best Baker's I've had, and I drank that thing so quick. It's like, do I want to save it? Because at the same time, I can go get another bottle very easily, but they are, again, single barrel. So the next one might not be as good, or hopefully it would be as good.
Right.
But
I don't know. Again, single barrel.
It's the game we play, right? You win some, you lose some.
Right. But overall, I think they're pretty consistently. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Bakers.
Yeah. Definitely, I have to agree, Mike.
Yep.
Well, it's been nice catching up. And
That's great. I'm glad we finally did the C923 together. I know that's the buzz right now. So, oh man,
yeah, I did the larceny video not too long ago where we did the C923, and
there
honestly,
was a lot of talk about that one. Not a lot of people were even reviewing it.
And I mean, I don't think there's as many larceny fans out there as there are, Elijah Craig. But if I were to give my opinion comparing like this, it didn't even come close to anything like this. It's a good pour. I think, for $60 or whatever it goes for, it's definitely a solid pour. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not.
You're still getting your value. You're getting your value no matter what.
Because you're getting, at least, they have the decency to give us some age statement on it. It's barrel proof, right? So those two things alone, and then Heaven Hill has got a reputation of making some good stuff. So I think value wise, it's still fair. Yeah. But
for sure. I mean,
it doesn't touch this Elijah Craig, but then again, the B523, the B523 larceny barrel proof was really good.
Very good. Yeah, I killed my bottle already. Yep.
Yeah, and everybody was still talking about the C922, which I have a bottle of it, but I haven't opened it yet. So maybe that one's
it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
It is. It's a really good bottle. Honestly, I have a backup of that too. I have two of those, none of them.
Sweet. Well, Mike,
really
thanks
good,
for.
I had it
Oh, you had it at a friend's house? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thanks for hanging out with me here, and every one of you out there checking out our podcast here. And that's going to do it for us tonight. We appreciate you coming to hang out. Please do us a favor, like, subscribe, share. And we look forward to seeing you all in the next one.
Yep. Take care, guys. Thank you.
For sure, guys. Thanks for checking out the video. Cheers.
Cheers.